Hi everyone, welcome into My Chamber TV. It is the heartbeat of the community. I am your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We're featuring Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and we're at the most luxurious Innisbrook Golf Resort. And I am so excited to interview our first guest of the show, Mr. Mike Williams. Mike is managing director, and I'm very excited to hear more and more and more. As I was talking with Ramona, I can't wait to hear more from you. You have so much going on here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Barbara. It's great being here today.
Thanks. So how long have you been with Innisbrook?
I've been here just over 2 years. This is actually my second stint at Innisbrook. I was here about 25 years ago as the Director of Sales and Marketing for Innisbrook, and it's great being able to return as the Managing Director.
Wow, and to see maybe some of your results from the past.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that. So what's hot? The first thing that comes to your mind right now, because we have a lot to talk about in a short segment.
Sure. You know, there's so many things to do at Innisbrook. We are truly a full-service destination resort that's geared heavily to the golfer, heavily to the tennis player. We have 4 championship golf courses here. We play host every year to the annual Valspar Championship. It's a stop on the PGA Tour, and just a wonderful event. For the last 30 years, Innisbrook has had a professional tournament here on the Copperhead course. And it's an opportunity for us to host the best players on the PGA Tour. All the eyes of the golf world are on us for that week.
Boy, isn't that the truth? I'm excited to hear that. And we also promote in the Chamber the Valspar Championship. That we've been doing that for a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're pleased to announce we just signed a 5-year extension so that we have the tournament guaranteed for another 5 years. But we're also beginning to grow our tennis program.
Oh, yes.
This year we hosted the inaugural Innisbrook Open. And we've just been named the site for the United States Women Clay Court Championships next year.
Very
So
nice.
that will take place each April, and we'll look to make that an annual event as well. We have 11 hard-true clay tennis courts. We think we've got the best tennis facility on the west coast of Florida.
Very, very nice. I mean, there's just so much. I had no idea. I mean, I knew that you're an icon in the community. That I do know. But I didn't know all the really wonderful things that you're doing here, and especially as of late. Now, I also understand that we're in the penthouse suite here,
yes,
which is very, very exciting. And you can see how very luxurious this is, very comfortable and very welcoming and very inviting, just like the grounds are. So talking about tennis, and we're talking about golf. Also the spa. You have different packages that you offer here. You're in the process of renovating.
Absolutely. So many exciting things happening. You know, within our 950 acres, I mentioned the 4 golf courses, but we also have a world-class spa. Our Salamander Spa has been voted one of the top spas in the Tampa Bay area for the last 10 years. A full-service spa for hair and makeup, manicures, pedicures, facials, a myriad of different massage packages, 12 treatment rooms, a 4,000 square foot full-service spa, and it's open to the public.
I was waiting for you to say that, because, you know, we'd love to come in here, and maybe even if it's just for like an overnight stay of pampering yourself.
Of course.
What about weddings? I understand your wedding venue is also magnificent.
We do have some wonderful spots for weddings. We have over 85,000 square feet of banquet and catering space and meeting space, but also some wonderful outdoor areas. We'll have to take you out to our wedding tree. It's a beautiful old live oak tree with moss hanging off of it, overlooking a lake that brides just go crazy for.
I can imagine.
They love that site. It's a great wedding venue.
Oh, that is so exciting. I would guess if people are thinking about a wedding, they might want to think very, very early from what you're telling me and what you're offering, and don't wait too close to the wedding to make your plans, or even anything else, really, right?
Absolutely. We have so much demand for our meeting space through conventions and conferences that take place here at Innisbrook, but also the society functions, galas, balls, and weddings.
Yes.
And We're also known as a great dining opportunity.
That's right. A couple of restaurants that are right here, and that open to the public, right?
They are.
Tell
they
us
are.
about that.
So our Packard's Steakhouse is a wonderful offering for fine dining. It's overlooking the Copperhead Clubhouse. Packard's was named after Larry Packard, who designed all of our 4 golf courses here at Innisbrook. And I think he did several hundred courses in the course of his career. But Packard's is rivals of all of the great steakhouses. I'll put ours up against any of them.
Oh.
It's a wonderful opportunity. And then our Market Salamander Grill is a more casual dining experience, a beautiful deck overlooking the north and south courses. And we offer live entertainment there every Friday and Saturday night. And again, open to the public.
That's nice. What time does the entertainment start, Friday and Saturday?
Usually about 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So the place to be on Friday or Saturday nights is Market Salamander Grill if you're looking for a casual dinner and some live entertainment and dancing.
That is nice. So it sounds like they're like the best kept secret in Palm Harbor?
Well, you know, it is, and we'd like to change that. We don't want it to be a secret.
Well, we're about to do that right here on My Chamber
Absolutely.
TV.
You know, everyone thinks that we're a private club because of the gates that you have to come through.
Sure.
And while we are a private club for our golf and for our tennis and for our swimming programs, the restaurants and the spas, we've said, are open to the public, and we invite everyone to come in. But you know, we're also a resort with guest accommodations, and I'm excited to talk about the renovations that we're doing to all of our guest accommodations. All of our guest suites are being totally renovated this year. We'll wrap this program up by year end, and we're doing everything from new carpets, new window treatments, all new appliances in the kitchens, all new cabinetry, granite countertops, from top to bottom. All of the accommodations are going to be redone.
First class.
First class.
And
yeah.
what you see here in the show today is representative of that, because this is the penthouse. And
This
it
is the
has
penthouse
been.
suite.
And how beautiful and just open and airy and comforting and relaxing.
Absolutely. You know, it's renovations are something that happen on a regular basis, and Innisbrook is no different. We like to have a competitive offering. There's so many new hotels and resorts out there for a vacationer or a guest to choose from that we need to stay up to date. We need to stay competitive with the marketplace, and we think when we finish this renovation, there will be unparalleled. No one else will be as nice as us.
It really sounds like it. And you're like the pulse of the community here at Innisbrook.
It really is. You know, Innisbrook has been around now for 49 years.
That really?
We'll be celebrating our 50th anniversary next year, and we have some team members that have been here every one of those years.
No kidding.
And really, that's the heart of any good resort,
Yes.
any good hotel is the team members. They take great care of our guests and of our members, and they're really what makes the resort tick. But, you know, we haven't talked about membership, though.
I was just going to lead to that. Absolutely. Let's talk about the membership, because what I like to hear, the first thing that was music to my ears, is that you can customize various packages for the
Certainly.
individual.
Yeah, you know, there's folks that want to play golf. There's folks that just want to play tennis. There's folks that just want to swim or just want to come dine in the restaurants. We've got a package that appeals to anyone. We have about 1,300 members, and many of those members reside here in the surrounding Palm Harbor community. Many of the members are snowbirds, and they live up north during the summer months and are here in the winter. So we have golf, tennis, social packages. We have packages for young professionals. We have legacy packages for the young adults of our members already. And so we can customize a package for just about anyone.
So that makes it really comfortable.
It does.
Instead of having something cookie cutter, excuse me, to be able to personalize that. Excuse me, there's so many people that are still working at, later on in life.
Right.
And to be able to have a place like this to come and not only relax with the spa, you can choose golf, tennis or both, and you can get involved with all of this and really just sitting down with your membership director and going through all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And no other country club in the area, no other club offers 4 championship golf courses for the price of one membership.
Oh,
It's for the golfer, this is a wonderful experience. We have a golf institute for those who need a little bit of work with their game. We have a full professional staff, both golf and tennis, offering lessons to our members that can help sharpen up their skills.
Oh, gosh, I'm already excited. My husband and I want to do our vows again, and at our 20th anniversary, which is just a couple of years away, I may want to book from now.
Well, there you go.
Everything you're telling me with all not only what you can do with the tennis and the golf, but the spa. I mean, everything is like right here. So it's like one-stop shop, and you're done.
Absolutely.
But yet, you have the joy of going out into the community, should you so desire. But what I like about, too, is people that are in the community, this is right at their fingertips.
Right.
That, to me, is really, that's a good thing. We have just less than a minute remaining, so I just want to say, hey, you've got something, you've got the best kept secret. It's up to us to get this out there more and more. I will tell everybody about it, and I'm sure that our viewers are loving what we're saying here, and I can tell you're in your glory. You're doing what you love to do here.
I absolutely am. Innisbrook is a wonderful spot, and I'd say everybody in Palm Harbor, come on out, visit us, have a great time.
Boy,
and thanks so much, Barbara. Appreciate you being here with us.
Thank you. This has been my pleasure. I feel like I'm already here vacationing, and I don't think I want to really leave. Do I have to?
Not at all. Stay the weekend. It's Mother's Day, right?
Is it on you? Because I'll take it.
You got it.
Thanks for joining us, Mike, and thank you for joining us here at Innisbrook. We are in the penthouse suite. It could be yours one weekend. Thanks for joining us.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are featuring the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and we are here at the lovely Innisbrook in the penthouse suite. And this is very exciting because we have, back by popular demand, Mr. Cary McCord from Whitco Insurance. Hey there, partner.
Good to see you again.
It's so good to see you. It's been like a couple of years.
Well, we had some good events together, didn't we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, and here we are in this awesome place.
I know. And how many years did we actually promote the Valspar that you've been really mainly involved with?
I feel like I was the only one doing it at times, but certainly with the help of everybody else in the community. But yeah, look at what it is now.
I know. It's very exciting. This is beautiful. So I understand that you're spending a lot of time here.
Yeah. Yep. So I can't call myself the preferred agent, but I'm the favorite and the best insurance agent.
Oh, well, no doubt of that.
So I write all the individual condo units out here.
Okay.
For the owners and everything else that's around their autos and their cars and their boats and their fun stuff and that kind of thing.
So you were saying that you're here between 2 and 3 times a week?
Yeah. Come on property and meet with clients and take care of whatever they need. Yeah.
What that tells me is this is a very desirable place to be. It's as simple as that. Whether you reside here or whether you come and rent one of the condos, spend a weekend, get married here, join in one of the events, you must be loving this.
I won't call it a secret anymore because it's not a secret anymore.
I don't think so.
This facility and this has been here for a long time.
40 years, Mike was
40
saying.
years, and it is still one of the premier golf communities in the state of Florida.
Well, I'm not a golfer, but to hear you say
Spa,
that, I believe it.
Or
yes.
restaurants,
Yes.
or 15 minutes away from the beach, 20 minutes away from the airport.
I know.
4 downtowns within 25 minutes.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
When Skip comes on for his segment, we talk about Palm Harbor because there is so much to do here, and to have Innisbrook right in as the pulse. It really is the heartbeat of Palm Harbor.
That's the middle of Palm Harbor.
Yeah, exactly. So what's happening with insurance?
Insurance world is always changing and evolving. Really the biggest things that have happened in the last maybe year and a half revolves around flood insurance. Obviously, with storm season coming up, we're focusing on getting our clients ready for storm season, getting them prepared. Not just the house, but having a plan, insurance reviews, and that kind of thing. But certainly the last 2 years with storms has been kind of interesting in the state of Florida.
Yep.
So that keeps us on our toes and keeps us reacting to our clients' needs. So that's always a challenge.
Yes, it is. It's like an ongoing challenge.
Yep. And this area obviously sits on a peninsula, so that's why it's called Pinellas County. It has its own challenges, and
yes.
It's fun. It's a good challenge. It keeps us always at the bleeding edge and leading edge of what we're trying to do and provide that protection for our clients.
Exactly. So you have been with Whitco for how long?
Whitco's 10 years old.
Okay.
I've been with them for 9 years. We started off with 4 offices, and now we're up to 10.
Nice.
We've got offices all the way as far north of St. Augustine, Stuart, Florida, the Villages area, Newport Richey, Palm Harbor, Clearwater, Largo, St. Pete, Tampa, Sarasota, and Punta Gorda, and soon to be another office in Clearwater.
Very, very nice. And you've been involved with the chamber for how long?
About 7 years.
7 years. You've learned a lot, especially the last couple of years, right?
Learned a lot. I learned why I don't want to go into politics, that's for sure. But it's been good. I mean, the chamber's doing great.
Yes, it is.
Skip and his team have done an incredible job. He's got a great board. He's got great members. They've taken the chamber, to what it was, to being twice as better. So it's really neat to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a lot. I know Skip meets himself coming and going, but there's just so much happening. What can you say to our viewers out there today? I mean, here we're sitting in this beautiful, absolutely outstanding suite, the penthouse suite, right in the heart of Palm Harbor at Innisbrook Resort Club. What can we tell our viewers if they're a business owner or they're thinking of opening up a business in Palm Harbor? How have you engaged your business with the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce?
get involved and stay involved is about the best thing you can do. It's a simple equation. It's making that commitment to go to events and be a part of them and help out. And usually you're getting more out of it than you put into it, just because of the connections and the friends you make. I mean, I've got relationships with people I would probably have never met. I probably would have never met Mike Williams. I would have probably never met a lot of the Kelly Snows of the world. I mean,
I know.
Casey Kane and Jason Avery. I would have never met these guys. And these are industry leaders. These are guys who are these are business owners that have been very successful, and they're doing it through the chamber.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's so many different events going on, and they are lucrative events for your businesses, but they are fun events. And the more people I talk to, the more interviews we do, we find that it's like a happy business family.
Yeah.
And you guys are at everything.
Yeah, the Palm Harbor area, or I'll call it the north end of Pinellas. It's a big little city.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people,
and with a lot of hearts,
and a lot of hearts, a lot of businesses. But it's you're only 2-3 people away from knowing somebody that knows somebody, and it makes it nice because if there's an opportunity that you want to take advantage of on getting to know a potential client, or you need help with something, you pick up the phone, you make a few phone calls, and it's such a good group of people up here in the north end of Pinellas that it helps out. And not that South Pinellas is bad, it's just that I concentrate up here. So.
Sure, absolutely. Well, this is where I am too. I'm not too far from, like, on the borderline in Tarpon Springs, between Palm Harbor and Trinity.
Yep.
And so I have the best of all worlds.
And that's growing out there.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're moving an office out there.
In Trinity?
In Trinity, yeah.
Oh, whereabouts?
Somewhere in that 54 corridor. We're not sure. Whoever's
take your pick. Take your pick. Want a new place?
Yeah. 75,000 new homes or whatever it is. Sure.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't. I've lived there for 20 years in that area and raised my kids up that way, and I've never seen the growth like this. So you've got to love that.
It's crazy.
Hey, speaking of growth and homes and purchases, and you're in the insurance business for 9 years with Whitco, can you give our viewers any kind of homeowner insurance tips, takeaways, anything at all? Because it can be can be a nightmare, but it doesn't have to be, right?
The state of Florida, if there's a way that they could kind of make it confusing, they've done a great job. But they've also done a great job of protecting us as agents and as the public. I mean, they've done a great job of managing the carriers on the supply side. The best advice I can give anybody that's buying a new house or has a house that has an insurance policy that hasn't been reviewed is go see a local insurance professional agent, not a 1-800 number, not a call center. You go sit down with them and have them explain it to you. Have them walk through it. Have them review everything from top to bottom and know what you've got, because like we've learned over the last 2 years with Irma and Michael.
Oh boy.
You don't need it till you need it, and when you need it, it better be the right thing.
That's right.
And if it's not, then you're going to feel that pain on the backside. So see a professional. Obviously, come see me. Call one of my offices or call me personally. Be happy to take a look at it for you. But Florida's a difficult property and casualty state.
Yes.
Pinellas has got its challenges, but there are carriers out there and there are solutions out there that are affordable and that are the right thing to do.
Well, it's really the homework, doing the homework. And I'm glad that you mentioned that about talking to a professional. It's just like in real estate. You need to have representation from a real estate professional. Going on the .coms here and there, and some people just love that, this whole digital age with that. But as I'm noticing, and I continuously interview more business owners are getting back to the good old way of doing business, relationship building. We are hearing that in seminars, we're hearing that in network meetings, and I was wondering if I would live long enough to see if that would happen.
Come back around, yeah.
I called one of my networking colleagues that I hadn't seen in a little while. Up came on Facebook. It was her birthday. I'm going to actually call her and physically wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah.
She was shocked because everything's text, or Facebook
or emails,
or all that. So I'm glad to hear you say that. Is get a hold of a licensed professional, and of course we'd love for you to call Cary. We've known each other for a long. Well, how long have we've been members with the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce for? It's probably as long as we've been doing the shows. if
yeah.
I can remember. Probably almost 5 years. Wouldn't you think,
Yeah.
John? I'm guessing.
4 years. 4 years.
4 years.
4 or
at
5
least.
years.
Yeah, something like that.
Coming from the audience.
And so you have to come back more.
I know. I apologize for being away for so long.
It's
but
okay. Apology accepted.
I will get back.
We got to get you back here so that you can really experience, what we're doing in the community too now, because we weren't going out into the communities.
Well, the site visits that I've been watching have been incredible. I mean,
Aren't they?
That is just a really cool idea.
I'm
and
telling
there's so
you.
much to show in
Yeah.
this area.
Yeah.
I mean, not just Palm Harbor, but all over. I mean, there's just a lot of cool businesses and a lot of cool places and a lot of neat things to see.
Yeah, and I tell you, we're, you know what, John Gaston and his crew, he always has these great visions, and when he said we're going to start doing on-site locations, I go, oh, I can't wait, because I love doing this.
And we could just stay here for a week or two.
I know.
mean, this is incredible.
I'm telling you, this would be a great TV set. Really, it's just perfect and so open and airy and relaxing and all that. But it's nice to have you back again to see what you're doing. I had no idea that you were involved here as an agent. 2 to 3 times a week. Obviously, the place sells itself, and so you're like right at the fingertips to help the condo purchasers with their insurance so that they can, get in, get it all done. It's like one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. And it's a lot of different clients from all over the world. I mean, so it's kind of neat and fun.
Yes. And you can get a hold of Innisbrook. We only have a few seconds remaining, but if you want to find out, they do have their own realty company. And if you want to check out the insurance, what it's going to cost, because it is challenging here in Florida with all that, get a hold of Cary. He'll be happy to help you out with this. And I was so glad when I saw you listed on the show. Yeah, I want to sit down with you more and talk about what else is going on here at Innisbrook. And I just want to thank you so much for joining us here today and really taking that time, because I know you're a busy guy.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for joining us here on My Chamber TV, right in the heart of Palm Harbor. We are at the heartbeat of Palm Harbor in Innisbrook. So stick around. We have more to come on My Chamber TV.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeave on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I am your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and we are actually featuring the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and we're in the beautiful Innisbrook Resort area that is just phenomenal. And talk about the pulse of Palm Harbor. This is it. And we've been interviewing some of the business owners. Our next one has a fascinating business that I know is going to excite you. Danny Greene from Hawkeye Drones. Wow, I can't wait to hear all about this because I've always been fascinated with the technology. And I'm not that really clear on digital technology, but when I heard about these drones, I thought, wow, that is so very cool. Now, you were saying before the show that this happened by accident, your business?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, before I had a restoration business and I was flying drones, and somebody asked me to do some video and photos for them, so I did. And they paid me money for it. Then I decided to go get licensed for it. So now it's called a FAA Part 107 license, remote drone pilot.
Huh. So you turned, it was just like a thing, into a professional business.
Correct.
Okay, so can you tell our viewers who wants to use your service with drones?
Real estate, it's really popular for real estate because it showcases the houses in a much different way. And also have a camera, it's called a Matterport, which can do a 3D virtual tour for the house. Real estate, any business can be used for, can do aerial shots so the businesses showcase their vehicles and how big they are, so on and so on. Or just a empty space that wants to be showcased.
So there's no job too big or too small?
No, it can be done for anything. It can be done for golf courses to showcase what the golf course looks like. There's mapping capabilities with the drones. So
there's a lot to it. You know, when you were talking about real estate, I'm going back to the real estate because I'm seeing more advertisements and promotions from an aerial view because that's what people want to see. They want to see, even going out into the community, you can have a virtual tour on the street. So I can see where there would be such a need for this. Because if somebody's purchasing a home and they get a chance to see if they're on a golf course or are they on a pond, backed up to a pond, conservation area, they want to see the distance between houses from one house to the next. And I think it's great. It
is awesome. I mean, I did one for Kim Adams, and then 4 days after after it was listed on MLS, she contracted 4 days after.
Ha! Why do you think that was?
It could have been price, it could have been the photos, or a combination of the two.
I think you're right about that, the combination. And, you know, we were talking about hiring professionals, people who are professionals in their field, and certainly that is you when it comes to these drones, is to be, I mean, when you have like a package of people together, like a group, a team, they always say the dream team makes the dream work, right?
Right.
And when you do have the professionals and they all get together and they do their thing, especially in real estate today, oh my goodness, it's a crazy market, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. I've never seen it like this. And have this upgraded technology to be able to showcase not only homes but properties and businesses. You were saying that you did Frank Nabosny, and Frank's been on our show. He's a member of the chamber, right? You did his business.
I did one for Chula's Mexican Grill.
Ah, okay.
And I was talking to Glory Days, but the guy said his upper echelon, didn't want to do anything right now.
Well, that's okay.
So,
that's
anyway,
okay.
That's good. I
Yeah,
mean,
of course.
So just keep going, and there's people that want to get it done, and
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
Yep, you will. Now, do you have a crew?
No, it's just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot to be said for that, isn't there?
Yeah.
As long as it's keeping you busy and you're happy, right?
Yeah.
So you just turned this
Into a business.
In December.
Mm-hmm.
And you joined the chamber right
Yes.
away or a little after that?
Shortly after.
Okay.
So probably joined the chamber, I want to say maybe February or March.
Okay. So tell me about your how you're engaging your business with the community and the chamber, even in a short time, because you've already started to attend. Did you say that you became an ambassador already?
Yes.
How about
Yes.
that?
Yes.
So how's all that working for you?
It's working, it's getting out there and meeting people and whatnot and being engaged in the community, and just, contacted realtors and I'm getting phone calls to go out and do it.
Good for you. Good for you. Did you find that joining the chamber is definitely a step up? That you're getting more business?
It is a step up because it gives you more exposure.
Yes. Yes.
Much more.
Yes. And have you been out visiting businesses yet?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Is that fun for you?
Sure is.
Good. That's awesome. So can you give us any tips if we're going to hire you to come out and do drones as a realtor? What can you say? What kind of tips or little takeaways for anybody out there? I mean, homeowners can do that,
Well, yeah, a homeowner can have it done as well. Well, basically, the best thing I can say is when you have an aerial photo or an aerial video of a high-end property, it does show the property at a much different scale than somebody going out and just taking still photos of it.
Yes.
But, and the drone can take photos in 4K and and the video 4K video and 1080 pixels, so it does very good on the photos and video.
And I love you saying that, because I always say time is our most valuable commodity. And so say we have people coming down here for the first time to Florida and they want to scope out the golf courses and all. What you're saying to me is it gives more of an expanse of the entire area. Like here is Innisbrook, where we're filming. I almost got lost coming in here because there's so much.
Yeah, it is very large. It's a beautiful place.
Yes.
On the app for the drone, there's an app on there. It's called Intelligent Flight Modes, and what that allows me to do with that app is allows me to do it in a boomerang video, where it should go out and come back out just like a boomerang does.
Really?
It'll allow me to send it up and take burst of shots. It'll allow me to send it up and target an individual, and it will follow that person either above or on the side. The other thing it can do is it can do a ceramic video, which means it goes up and just goes around in a circle, and it's a ceramic video.
Wow.
So there's a lot of different things that I can program the drone to do.
Yes.
To get the best possible video.
So I'm thinking of all the different tourist places here in Florida. That would also be something, and especially if maybe someone can't decide on going and where they want to go on vacation. I would think that's like another opportunity for you as well.
Sure.
Putting it out there.
It can be done for hotels. It can be done for Innisbrook. Dunedin Causeway, which I've already shot that.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice, very nice. So if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, they just give you a contact directly, and you can give them a price and what it would cost for something like that?
I can. There starts out at a basic price, which is just basic things. Go out, just do one or two short video clips and some photos. Starts at $125, and then it can go as depending on what we're going to do. It can be. It's just going to depend on what it's going to be.
I'm curious about something. This may be a crazy question, but that's how my brain works sometimes crazy. What about weddings that are out on properties?
That can be done too. Those are events. We can do events.
That would be so wonderful.
And twilight. We can do twilight video or photos.
Sunset?
30 minutes before, 30 minutes after. So.
I love the sounds of that. Have you been out to the tree where people are getting married here at Innisbrook?
I have not.
Oh my goodness, you have to go check that out, because I bet that would be so beautiful. Maybe they could add that into their wedding packages, because I could just envision something like that. It would be beautiful.
There's actually a shot of that twilight photo on my website. So.
Oh, there is?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, it's exciting to know what's right here in our own neighborhood, and to know that you've been involved with this in a short time, but is very successful.
It has been.
Yeah. Any other ideas that we can think of on using the drones? I know our producer can come up with all kinds of ideas.
Well, It can be used for inspections on towers, whereas or it can be used for inspections on roofs, whereas the roofer doesn't have to climb on a ladder, or the insurance adjusters don't have to climb on a ladder.
Oh.
And they are being used now for inspections on towers, cell towers, where they send it up the drone and they can video it, and then it comes down, and then they know what they need to get before they go back up. So.
So I'm just curious on a personal note, were you always interested in this technology? And what made you get into that?
I went to a venue and I liked what I saw and I decided to get into it.
What was it? Just the fascination?
Yes.
Were you like that as a kid? I just got to know. Did you get into all that kind of stuff?
There wasn't drones when I was a kid.
The helicopter, you remember the remote, all those, I raised 2 boys and
Right.
they were into all of that. But I always like to hear where, people get their interest into their profession. So this is great that you're here and you're a member and you're engaging and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm going to certainly recommend that if you want a drone to cover your real estate, realtors out there, you just said Kim Adams had used you recently. And
Yes.
she went into contract how soon after that?
4 days after listing.
So it sounds like she put together a really nice promotional package.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, it's all about the team too. So it's really great to have you with us, Danny. Danny Greene from Hawkeye Drones.
Production.
And I'm sorry?
Hawkeye Drone Production.
Hawkeye Drone Production. So if you want to get a hold of him, if you need drone service, I think he's the man for you. We're right here in Innisbrook at the Penthouse Suite. And I am telling you, this is going to be such a great show with all of our great guests. We have Skip, who's going to be joining us and telling us more on what's happening in Palm Harbor right here on My Chamber TV. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly, your host, and we are actually featuring the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce today at the beautiful, luxurious Innisbrook, and we're here at the Penthouse Suite. Hello, Skip.
Hello.
Skip Alford, who is president and CEO of the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and we're so excited to be here to talk about the amenities. The amenities at Innisbrook. I can't wait to hear from you because I'm sold.
Well, a lot of people that live around Innisbrook within Pinellas County are under the impression that Innisbrook is closed off to the public, and that's just not true. And the managing director, Mike Williams, who's just one of the finest men you would ever want to meet, really has a heart to let the local folks know that they are welcome to come on Innisbrook if they want a wonderful, wonderful steak dinner at Packard's.
I heard.
Oh my gosh, just amazingly good food. I mean, that's where I would want to take my wife on the anniversary and impress her. It's right here at Innisbrook at Packard's. And then, of course, you know, for the ladies to get your nails done and to be pampered, you know, they've got the spa right here, the Salamander Spa.
I know.
It's right on property, and just, I've already been in there and seen it, just an amazing place. And, you know, the golf courses are open to the public.
Yes.
You know, and this is
Yes.
where world famous Copperhead is, host of the Valspar.
Exactly.
But the other three courses here, the North, South, and the Island courses, are just amazing. I played them all, and it's just so much fun, and the views are breathtaking. And even though we're right in the midst of the most populated county in the state of Florida, when you get on the courses at Innisbrook, you'll think you're in the middle of nature.
Isn't that the
It's
truth?
gorgeous.
Yes, yes, it really is. We were talking about the amenities here too, with the restaurants and everything open to the public, and the fact that they're actually in the process of updating all of the condos in here. You can purchase, you can rent, you can come in here for like a weekend or even an overnight stay. With all these amenities, you'll feel like you've traveled to some island. I promise you that. This is delightful. In fact, we're only doing a small little segment of Innisbrook here in the Penthouse Suite, but from what I understand, they've got this gorgeous tree on the property where a lot of couples are getting married. And not to mention, like you were saying about the spa, I understand they have 12 treatment rooms there.
Yes, I'm telling you right now, especially the ladies out there that are listening and watching, do yourself a favor. Come out to Innisbrook and get yourself pampered. You'll never regret it. I promise.
You know, you just gave me an idea. It's been about a year and a half that you and I talked about doing a women's symposium, a women's retreat, something like that. I think it's time that we start talking about that. Maybe 2020. Now's a good time to start.
I agree. We might just go ahead and start talking right now about that.
Okay.
This would be an amazing venue to have all
wouldn't
the
it?
ladies, you know, in Pinellas County come and enjoy just a day of you know, dedicated to them.
Yes,
and all that they're
exactly.
about. I think
No,
it'd be great.
no agenda. Just come, enjoy yourself. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Absolutely.
You heard her. We'll talk about it.
We're on camera. You realize we're committed now.
Yeah, I guess
we're
we are.
committed. Ramona, are you still here?
That's right.
She's the personal, PR director here, and boy, is she ever awesome and gave us all kinds of talking points. But I'm visualizing this. I am definitely going to spend time and do a tour here. I just think it's so fabulous. So what's going on in the chamber? Let's talk about the events that are coming up.
Well, ironically, I was just over at the Salamander Grill. Once again, another great place on Innisbrook to eat.
Yeah?
And I know I do eat a lot out here, but it's worth coming out here and enjoying great food. But anyway, we were just over discussing with Billy Oosting, who is one of the gentlemen here at Innisbrook that handle golf tournaments.
Okay.
And set those up for folks. So we were just narrowing our tournament down and all the details for August 23rd, right here at Copperhead.
Oh.
Yep, that's right. This year's Greater Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce tournament will be held right here on the Copperhead course.
Nice.
And it's going to be major fun, and it's going to be August 23rd, so be sure and write that down.
Oh, very
and
good.
get ready. We'll have registration online, and we're going to have all kind of prizes and fun. It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. And just like all the events that you have amazing. Now, I know you're going to say something. Go ahead.
Well, I was just, basically that's going to be in August, but one of the fun things we're going to bring about is next month in June, on June 15th, we're going to have Parrot Head. the Parrot Head Festival here in downtown historic Palm Harbor.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have Jimmy Buffett style bands playing Jimmy Buffett style music, and that'll be basically from 5 in the afternoon till 10 at night on June 15th, right here in Palm Harbor, Florida.
Very cool. I tell you, it's just it's a happening area to be, and a happening place to visit, but more importantly, to live here.
Yes.
And how long have you been living here?
Well, I'm living here right at 2 years now.
Yeah. As
And-
soon as you took over at the chamber, yeah.
And absolutely love it. My wife and I love living in Palm Harbor. This is, it's just got so much going for it. It's just wholesome and healthy and right in the middle of everything. I tell people all the time that if you get bored here, you're just not taking advantage, of everything that's around you. It's just too much to do, too much going on. Sports, boating, hiking, bike riding, camping, everything you could imagine, happens right here. That's why I tell everybody, even people from Daytona and other areas in Florida, we live in the best part of Florida right here because you can do anything literally you want right here in Palm Harbor.
You can, and you can get anywhere too. Anywhere. I mean, from the airport to wherever. And I love to hear that. And a buzzword that you said about wholesome. Yes, wholesome, and it's a family community as well. There's so much to do when you do your events. It's also geared towards families as well.
Well, Barbara, one of our big pushes with the Chamber of Commerce is education. That's one of our main focuses is making sure that the young people here that are going through some of the most amazing schools in the state,
yes.
Have a beautiful community that supports them, that loves and cares about them, and have a Palm Harbor Chamber Foundation, which is our charitable arm, which they're literally in existence to provide scholarships to the kids that graduate high schools, with great grade point averages, and a way to support them because tuition is expensive.
Yeah.
So we have, the Palm Harbor Chamber Foundation that supports education that way, but that's real important when you look at the level of talent we have here in Palm Harbor. It's amazing. And like I said, we need to make sure we provide a constantly evolving community that caters to the youth, because we don't want our kids to have to move off to Atlanta or Chicago or everywhere else. We want to provide opportunity for them to grow business and to have a life right here where they grew up and where they call home.
And that's working. That is definitely working, because you see the kids, they end up, if they go away, if they do,
right,
they come back.
Right.
And they follow their roots right here, because there's plenty to follow.
Oh, yeah.
And with the growth and all, I still remember when you said when you came on board, remember when you told me how many people were moving to Florida per day? At that time, it was like 600-700. Now it's over 1,000.
Yeah, it's amazing that many people are coming into the state, but they're coming into the state for reasons that we all love and respect, and that's that Florida is a great place to live.
Yeah.
Great place to have a business, great place to raise a family, and a great place to live your golden years in sunshine and warmth and safety.
Boy, I'll tell you, it is. And when we moved down here from Michigan, I didn't realize the wonderful points of interest that we do have here in Florida. And when I see the weather going on up north, I'm sure we have our hurricane challenges and things like that. But the rest of the year, it's so worth coming down here. And if you're a business owner or thinking of coming down here, you need to check out the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce and get involved. And that's the other thing. When you join the Chamber of Commerce, I know that you don't refer to your people as members. You refer to them as partners, and I love that.
Well, Barbara, my thinking was, you're a member of a gym. You're a member of, other things. But when you're in a business organization to where you're striving for the quality of life for your community, and you understand that business generates that quality of life and sustains it and supports it, then all of a sudden you're investing in the same thing. And that, to me, that sounds more like a business partnership. When you're all striving for the same thing, you're investing for the same thing, you're wanting the same level of visibility, exposure, you're encouraging the same level of support. To me, that just sounded more like a partnership than it did just scattered membership of an organization that can loosely be defined. I think the chamber is very clearly defined in that respect. So I feel more comfortable calling the members partners, and I think they respond to that very well. They appreciate the fact that they're in something bigger and greater than just a membership.
Yes. We had Cary on with Whitco. And he was name dropping with some of the businesses that we interviewed a good while ago. And I remembered them, Jason Avery and a couple of the other ones that are pillars in the community and still members of the chamber. And that just, it's the history. It's the history of the people that stay with the chamber. If you're getting results, when you do get those results, you want to tell everybody about it. And as I said in Cary's interview, it's like one big happy business family.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, Barbara, it goes back to the old saying, word of mouth advertising is still the most effective. But in these days and times where you have so much more emphasis on social media and faster communications, and people don't necessarily get exposure like they did 50, even 100 years ago. Now I tell folks, word of mouth is still the most effective. But
Yes.
it needs to be efficient as well. In other words, the more people you can talk to, the more visibility you have, the more exposure we can give your business, then we can take that level of word of mouth to a higher level of efficiency.
Yes.
And that's what the chamber, what we're trying to do is provide venues and opportunity to get more visibility, to make more efficient, more word of mouth.
Yes.
So it's just a different level of reality and a different plane of operating. It still takes what's majorly effective and makes it even more efficient.
You're right, because we were also talking about the relationship building aspect,
Yep.
as opposed to the technology, which I'll be the very first one to FaceTime my grandson. But I still say, and we're interviewing businesses every week, several times a week, and talking to what's working for them. We're all getting back to basics in picking up the phone and calling or meeting. And that's the benefit of being a member in the chamber, because you do face-to-face meetings and gatherings and parties and events, and so it's an ongoing relationship.
And, Barbara, nothing, in my opinion, nothing is ever going to replace the personal touch.
No, I agree.
We're human beings. God made us to communicate with each other and to have relationships.
Sure.
And I think if you try and replace that, you're going to run into problems. So the chamber is always going to make sure that people have that ability to shake each other's hands and to talk face to face.
Exactly.
And enact that word of mouth that's so important these days in business.
I thank you so much. We're running out of time with just a few seconds remaining, and this is another way to really build and grow those relationships, is to let you see what's happening in your very own community. If you're a business owner, if you are watching the show because you just wanted to see what's happening at the chamber, thank you for joining us. But spread the word, because it's about getting involved in a fantastic community. I want to thank you for joining us here on My Chamber TV, right in the heart of Palm Harbor at Innisbrook Resort, and we happen to be in the penthouse suite. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.